Alrighty, so this is one of the videos that was promised in that update video that I released not too long ago. So this is a video about, as you read the title, my current thoughts on Sonic Superstars before release. At current, we are less than a week away. I think around 6 days. And I wanted to give my overall thoughts on it. Now, too long didn't read because this video will probably be short, but I don't really expect people to last that long. I think this will be good. Obviously, it'll be good. What we've seen so far has been nothing but good, and I'm really excited for it. And I am going to play it multiplayer, of course. So not really a stream, but it'll be a recording, a standard Let's Play, basically, or walkthrough. It depends on how we do. Hopefully we're going to be going for the Chaos Emeralds because they have new powers and stuff, but that's not right now. So this is the upcoming 2D Sonic game. Last new one we had was Mania 2017. So 6 years since Mania. Wow. That was, yeah. And I liked Mania, never finished it, but I liked Mania enough for me to buy it at least once. And so to see that there are some similar steps being taken here, and it gives like a similar feel, but instead of being a 2D pixel art, it's 3D, which me personally, I just prefer 3D anyway. So I was gonna like this art style more than the last one, but I still think there's some more things they can do with it, maybe, because like, I mean, we have seen some stages at different times of day, but I feel like they could have gone a little bit harder, kind of like the Hedgehog, like Sonic Frontiers, when they have the stages in multiple times of day. They go hard with that one, so I think they probably should have done something similar here. I don't know how much that will visually impair the game, but it's a minor thing. Actually, since we started with visuals, I like the way it looks, obviously. I like all the stages. Like Bridge Island Zone looks really nice, like a cool, breezy first level. And actually, in the announcement trailer, that's where you can see what I was talking about. These stages look like they take place in different times of day. Like, I'm pretty sure this is Bridge Island Zone. This one part of Bridge Island Zone looks like it's taking part sunrise or sunset, but nothing is happening on the characters or the general terrain. Or not general terrain. Maybe the general terrain, I can't see it, but like, the general terrain has some of it, but then the characters don't. So that's part of what I meant. And then also just have it be deeper. Like, obviously not impair the gameplay, but, you know, probably have it be deeper. Other than that, the game looks good. Bridge Island Zone looks awesome. Speed Jungle Zone looks pretty cool. That was one of the stages that I was talking about. It's either like really dark, or it's like it's either nighttime or it's obstructed by trees, but either way I feel like that should be darker. But other than that, I think the game is pretty cool, especially this one level. Don't know what it's called, but like the techie level, the one that looks like a cross between running around on a motherboard and, funnily enough, I think Null Space from Forces with the background. And the little 3D pixel versions of Sonic and Friends. Yeah, the game looked good. I did notice something, at least with areas that aren't Speed Jungle, is that they deliberately look like the backgrounds look like there's a lot of stuff spaced out, right? Like Bridge Island Zone, there's a lot of ocean with like pillars of rocks everywhere. Speed Jungle doesn't play. Speed Jungle is the only one I don't feel this with. But like that cyber stage that I was talking about a few seconds ago, that one really only has those null space cubes in the back and everything, and like a reflective floor. Everything else just is in the front. I know that there's a sky level. I don't know if I'll be able to put footage of it on here, but I know it looks like that as well. it's something it's something I noticed, and something that I don't exactly think is a bad thing. Like Pinball Carnival, it looks like a midway point between the two. Like there's a lot less in there, but you can see that there's a bunch of stuff in there anyway. Speaking of Pinball Carnival, they released a bunch of the music from this game, with Pinball Carnival being one of them, and I love the way that it looks, and the way it sounds. So that's the way the game looks. Music-wise, sounds pretty cool. I just can't stop humming Bridge Island Zone, like the one that we've heard that's been in trailers and everything. Like I brought this up in a bunch of my other Frontiers-based videos. Music is the last thing you should be worried about with this franchise, so that wasn't a worry in the first place. Okay, yeah, they do have footage of what was it? It wasn't Casino Carnival, it was Pinball Carnival. And looking at the gameplay, it's obviously like classic Sonic, but with a multiplayer mode. And like, there's so much stuff here that I don't even think they addressed. Like the loops that if you go through them a certain amount of times, it'll explode. This looks like there's an air dash, or like a fire dash ability from one of the Chaos Emeralds. And they're using it to go after some balloons and get rings. Are these like special stages and stuff? But yeah, it's classic Sonic with up to 4 players multiplayer, and in the cyber stage, you can turn to various things like rockets and jellyfish, and different pixel models of your characters, I believe. Yeah, all that looks so cool. And then, like, from what I remember in hands-on previews, they said that the camera will zoom out to accommodate for people. With all the experience I have in multiplayer games, I know full well that's going to be a nightmare, even without the speed. But we'll see how it is. But there's like rails and everything, and it keeps the traditional momentum that classic Sonic would normally have. Obviously, all these things were things that were addressed in the past, like in August. But I'm just gonna generally like keep up and summarize things. We also know that this game is going to be 12 zones long. I'm excited for that because it's not just 12 zones long. Some zones have character-specific acts. Now, obviously, some of them some of them don't have more than one act. But the ones that don't, they compensate by having their like singular acts. Like there's one that has a singular act. I don't know which one it was. I think it was the Sky Zone that they were talking about. They gave Serious Sky Sanctuary vibes. That one was like, it was an act, but it was like 5 minutes long. One of the other things that I wanted to bring up, since I was talking about the length of that stage, there are no lives. So you're only really failing outright if you quit. So I can't wait to get to that level when we play the game. But yeah, I'm excited for that. And then there's the Chaos Emerald powers. A lot of them seem like we haven't seen a lot of them. I know that the last Emerald, I believe, gives you character-specific powers. Sonic might have the homing attack if I remember that. If I remember that chart correctly. But I think that's really cool. It gives the Chaos Emeralds a purpose once you get them. Because the main purpose of the Chaos Emeralds is to get Supersonic, or the super version of your character. But it's nice to know that there are stepping stone rewards. Like, it's not just get all 7 of them and they're Supersonic. you're actively inclined to get each individual emerald, and also get all of them as a collective so that you can get Supersonic. So there's that clone ability that gives you, I think, a free hit against bosses, or otherwise it'll kill everything on the screen, I think. There's the one that lets you climb up waterfalls. There's the one that lets you see hidden items and platforms. I think one of them is outright the fire dash or the fire shield, I think. I'm not going to look at the lists. I don't want this to be long, and it's already 10-11 minutes. Also, a new character has been revealed for this, and their name's Trip. Her name is Trip. Really like her design, like the armored. What was it? I forget what it was, but yeah, like it's one of those things that I think is supposed to have a shell, so instead she has like armor on. I believe, anyway. I just like the way her armor looks. She's very unconventional Sonic, like not just classic Sonic character, but just Sonic character, period. Where she is like big, bulky metal armor on, but also isn't an outright robot, which, like, they've done one or the other. They never really mixed both, if I'm correctly. She looks cool, bringing back Fang, the sniper, Knack the Weasel, Fang the hunter, Fang the Weasel, whatever his name is. That's pretty cool as well. I think he was in Chaos, Sonic Triple Trouble. I forget which one it was. I think it might have been Triple Trouble. I think, yeah, because that was the only way that name made sense. And I remember in an interview that came out recently, they were like, they wanted to give a character, like a minor classic character, the spotlight again. And Fang was the most popular of those characters that they could have picked, that they haven't done anything with already, because Ray and Mighty were so well received in Mania. That's pretty cool, knowing that they can do that. So that means that other characters, like maybe Bark the Polar Bear, being the Dynamite, and people talk about Honey the Cat. Honestly, at this, if you would ask me earlier, I probably wouldn't agree, but now I can see it. Like, overall, everything about this just seems like a good step forward, and they're already doing the thing that I thought that they should have done, which is, instead of trying to please everyone with one game, make different games for different audiences, like the two different core audiences, the ones for classic and one for modern, and then go from there, which is good. They should never stop doing that. Classic Sonic for classic Sonic fans, modern Sonic for modern Sonic fans. That's it. I don't want to bring up old stuff, but seeing the discourse about classic Sonic earlier this year was just a little bit dumb, because the whole reason that this type of stuff is good is because it gives the classic fans what they want, so no one has to worry about them, and it makes the franchise more money, so the games can get better. It's just a little bit slow, but that's not the point. Don't really have much in terms of speculation for much. I'm not really that type of person. There might be a Super Sonic boss fight. We know it's around the same length as 3 and Knuckles, most likely. There might be one. What could be cool? Maybe something like Doomsday Zone, but with all 4 characters involved. That could be pretty nice, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Hopefully, I actually manage to finish this one. So, with that being said, looks good. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna end up on the channel at some point, and yeah, I think that's about it. So the next video should be about a certain rival to us, Blue Rats. So yeah, later.